Okay, this is a new Gemara, and it's on Chaf Zayin Amud Beis 27b, Perek Hameiniach, and it's quoting the Mishnah. It's the first piece of the Mishnah. The Mishnah said that if someone puts a kad b'reshus harabim, if someone puts a pitcher in a public place on the public ground, and now let's read it inside. This is whenever you see those two dots, and then you see another two dots right afterwards. That's actually in between there would be a quote from the Mishnah. So in English we would, use quotations normally, but in the Gemara, I guess the old printer, he put it in two dots, and then it was understood that that was a quote from the Mishnah. I made it in red as well, so I boxed it in. So the Mishnah says after this kad is put down in a public place, a pitcher in a public place, a ba'achar, another person came, v'niskal, niskal is to stumble. He stumbled on it, v'niskal ba, stumbled on it, v'shavra, and he broke it, so then he's pater. And the reason was, we learned in the Mishnah, why is he pater? Because it wasn't supposed to be there. It's not his fault, it wasn't supposed to be there. So immediately the Gemara says, am I pater? Why is he pater? Iboyle, he needs to, the word boy means needs or necessary. Iboyle, he needs to, li'iyune umezel. The word ion means to analyze. So he needs to be more careful when he's walking. He needs to analyze. Let's say he needs to analyze when he walks. Mezel means to go. So one more time, he needs to mezel to analyze and go. Why is he pater? It's his fault. He should look where he's going. That's the Gemara's question. A very simple question. Look where you're going. You broke something from someone else. It's your fault. Pay for it. So Amri Debei Rav. We're going to have three answers now, and there'll be another answer afterwards. But the first three answers. Amri Debei Rav. The yeshiva Debei means like the house of. So it was said in the house of Rav, or the yeshiva of Rav, Mishmei de Rav, in the name of Rav, that we're talking about a special case. We're talking about B'memali Rishus Harabim Kulei Chavius. That the entire Rishus Harabim, the entire public domain, public ground, was filled. Memali means to fill. Kula chavis, entirely with barrels. Chavis is plural for barrels. It was entirely filled with barrels, and therefore he was allowed to break it. So in other words, we asked, you should look where you're going. We said, well, he actually was looking where he was going, but he was allowed to break it because he could not get through, and it was blocking public property. We're going to see later if a person is allowed to take the law into his own hands. But anyway, Rav says that he was allowed to do it, and therefore he's pater. Okay. Answer number two. Shmuel Amar. Shmuel says, Ba'afela shanu. The Mishnah is actually referring to a very specific case. It's dark. Ba'afela means in the dark. Shanu, it was learned. So because it was dark and he was looking where he was going, but he wasn't able to see so well, he did the best he could, and so therefore he's pater. And the person that put it there, he wasn't supposed to put it there, so we can't blame the person who broke it, and the person who broke it is going to be pater. Second reason, obviously, if you think about what Shmuel's saying, is that in a regular case where it's light out, then the person would be chayiv. Shmuel's saying the Mishnah is only talking about where it was dark. Rabbi Yochanan Amar, Rabbi Yochanan is the third reason. I put numbers here, 1, 2, and 3. The third reason is Bekeren Zavis. It's talking about a corner. I'm sorry, that should not be there. So Rabbi Yochanan Amar belongs over there. Rabbi Yochanan Amar, Rabbi Yochanan says Bekeren Zavis, that it's at a corner. And he was looking where he was going, but you can't see when you turn the corner, you can't see around the bend. And he turned the corner, and immediately he bumped into it, and or tripped on it, and he broke it. Okay. So our question again was that he should look where he's going, and because he didn't look where he's going, he's chayev. We said he was looking where he was going, he did the best he could. We can't make him chayev. It was right around the bend. It wasn't supposed to be there, and we can't make him chayev for his negligence. Okay, three answers: Rav, Shmuel, and Rabbi Yochanan. Amar Rav Papa. Rav Papa says, Rav Papa is much later. He speaks about these three opinions, and he says like this: Loi deka masnisen. Our Mishnah is not precise. Ella, only that you knew. Oik Shmuel, oik Rabbi Yochanan. Either like Shmuel's opinion, who said it was in the dark, or oik Rabbi Yochanan, or it's Rabbi Yochanan's opinion, who said that it was a corner. It was a corner, he wasn't able to see it. Okay. The Rav, because if we'll say Rav's opinion, Now, remember what Rav said. Rav said that the entire Rishus Harabim was right here. The entire Rishus Harabim was filled with barrels. So now, if it's like Rav, if that's what the Mishnah is referring to, so my area niskal, why does the Mishnah say that he tripped and he broke it? Afilu shavar nami, even if he deliberately broke it. Shavar means he went ahead and broke it. Even if he broke it on purpose, he should also be pater. So in other words, if you look back in the Mishnah, it says, Uba achar, another person came v'niskalba. And this is the word that we're discussing. Why does it have to say v'niskalba? Just take out that whole thing and just write Uba achar, another person came v'shavra, and he broke it. He should be pater, because according to Rav, he couldn't get through. He was allowed to break it. It doesn't have to say he broke it by mistake. He was allowed to go ahead and break it. So therefore, our Mishnah is not precise. It is not exact. It doesn't fit well with Rav's opinion. And that's a question on Rav's opinion. Amar Rav's vid mishmei de Rava. Let's see if we can move this up a little bit. Whoops. Okay. So Rav Zvid, this is where we're holding right now. Amar Rav Zvid mishmei de Rava. Rav Zvid says in the name of Rava, Hu hadin, the same law would apply. Hu hadin, this is the same law. Da afilu shavar, that even if he would have actually broken it, was according to Rav. The Mishnah is talking about where it was filled entirely with barrels and you couldn't get through. And we asked, so why did he have to trip on it? So Rav Zvid says in the name of Rav, the truth is it doesn't have to say that he tripped on it. Even if he was breaking it deliberately, the same halacha would apply. But one second. It says that he tripped on it. V'hai diktani niskal, in this that it says that he stumbled or tripped on it. That's for a specific reason. Since that it needs to say in the second case of the Mishnah, the Seifa means the end of the Mishnah. The boy again is needs. It needs to say in the end of the Mishnah. What does it say? I underlined it in red. Vim huzak ba bal chavis. Chayev benizkai, that if he was damaged by it, we're talking about a person who's walking in the street, and he stumbles over a cod, a pitcher, or a barrel, and he gets damaged by it, so the owner of the barrel has to pay for his damages. So that case is only possible. That case, didafka, that's specifically niskal, if he stumbled over it. Aval shavar, but if he broke it deliberately, loy. He will not, the owner of the barrel will not have to pay for the damages. My taima, let's put in a question mark, my taima. What is the reason? Why will the owner not have to pay for the damages if the person goes ahead and breaks the barrels? He can't get through. The answer is, hu da'azik anafshei. He was the one who damaged himself. He broke the barrels and he got hurt. He got hurt from the pieces. So therefore, because in the Seifa, it must be talking about a case only where he stumbled, and that's how he got hurt, and that's when the person has to pay for his damages. But if he went ahead and deliberately broke it, then the person would not have to pay for the damages. So Ketani Reisha, so that's why the Reisha, which means the beginning of the Mishnah, the Reisha said Niskal, that he stumbled on it. But really, the Reisha did not have to say Niskal. The reason why we said Niskal was because we needed to say Niskal in the Seifa. So the Gemara does this sometimes. It explains a Mishnah that really the wording of the Reisha, if we would only have the Reisha, it would not have to say that. The reason why I said it was because of the continuation, it was going to be necessary to say that. Okay, the next Gemara is actually the fourth answer, but we're going to stop right here in this video.